Hello, friends. This is the first time I'm going to make such kind of videos. Mostly, I was interested to host technology videos where I should be talking about more on the Java, Flowable, other BPMs that I experienced with and my 13 years of experience with product as well as service companies. But for the first time, I thought I should create a video which should be more useful for those who are looking for a job. So please go and watch this video till the end. I'm sure you are going not empty-handed. That is something I can look at it because this is going to give you a lot of insightful information along with some next steps in the mind. So here we start. As you know, like 2020 was the worst year, right? This was worst in terms of people lost their job, freshers didn't get any job. The reason why is there was no on-campus drive, and there are so many folks who reached out to me and talked about it. What will be their future? So jobs is something I believe. If we see 2021, we started very good. We started with a lot of opportunities for freshers as well as for the laterals. I'm hearing, especially I'm talking about the IT industry, right? So when we are thinking about the IT industry, because you will see that just because of IT, lots of companies survived. That includes Zoom, right? And you know, like a lot of new projects from Reliance were launched on the technology product, which included some collaboration tool like Zoom with Zio network, right? With Zio platform, and similarly, a lot of other companies have tried, and even so many startups did well in 2020 and 2021. So, from IT perspective, I see this pandemic was a boon because it has given a lot of opportunities for IT resources as well as there is definitely a downfall for freshers. But here are some of the tips and tricks. And before that, let me just take a pause here. If you want to know about me, check out my LinkedIn profile given in the description. You'll learn with what experience I am talking in here and so that it will establish some credentials where the thought process that I'm going to present this is going to help you. Next thing, as a fresher, you should not feel like very disappointed. Rather than you should work on some of the skills which market is demanding. So I'll talk about what all skill set that the organizations are looking for. If that is helpful, just let me know in the comment box. But with whatever is available, I did some research and I want to present with you. And this is completely with my experience, with my research, and I think this is going to be useful. So the first point that I see is nowadays the resumes that I see, these are like very raw resumes, resources, freshers, the profiles that I am receiving, these are not actually good profiles. Someone is writing anything without knowing about them, and sometimes they are talking about some of the tool set that the organization is not requiring. For example, if I'm looking for a UI designer, I won't be focusing on Angular, React, or JavaScript skill set. But if I'm looking for a UI developer and if someone writes about that they have experience in Photoshop, so for me, this is classified more like a designer profile rather than developer. So as an interview panelist or the decision maker to take out or to choose the resumes, I'm always mindful what resumes I'm picking and which is talking about what technologies and the what experience. So make sure that whenever you are defining your career path and you are just showcasing your profile, make sure that this thing should be properly mentioned. And if you are like having both experience, you should highlight where you incline more or what is your more experience in the designing side or on the development side. Similarly, I think you should also talk about some of the accomplishment where you should be writing like what you did. Maybe 2020, if you didn't get a job, maybe you might have worked some of the internship projects, maybe some of the project that you would have taken up and completed till end to end. So you can write down about some of the experience on your resumes. I'm very much keen if someone is from the UI experience and then they're giving some reference to their URLs where I can go and check about these references. And someone is coming from the backend experience and they are sharing their Git link for the repositories if they are like outside and self-initiated initiatives, right? So I'm more interested in like judging basis on these data. But yeah, so the key point is make your resumes impressive because that is the first impression and that is the first thing which a decision maker or the organization looks for. It should talk less, but it should talk the right thing and the right impactful thing for your individual learnings and skills. Second thing is don't sit idle, make your portfolio. So this is something like I was impressed by looking at some of the profiles that I received recently. So these are like 2020 freshers, and they have like done immense of work. They had their own blogs. They are writing on Medium. They had some of them had this YouTube channel, and they are talking about all their learnings. And some of them had very good Git portfolio. A lot of stars were given. So this shows like how much effort the person has done while sitting idle, right? So in a short way, let's not sit idle. Let's work on your profile. Let's work on your portfolio and make this back this up. You when you are going for any interview or when you are going for any discussion. This is something you can talk about, and this will be well received. Third thing is startups are hunting for you. So I understand that on-campus drive must not be happening, but startups who are like hungry to hire like quick resources from the market, they are hunting for someone who's already skilled and on a lower package and who's like hungry enough to like pick up any job and like should get this done. So always focus on the startup. There are a lot of websites. They have their own personal career pages. I'm not going to talk about anything that in detail, but maybe if you want to reach out to me now on my email ID, so I can definitely give you some links where I saw some of my friends, uh, brothers or sisters have applied for and they got a job. So this is something I believe is a very easy channel for freshers specifically because if you are skilled, so these are some of the companies where they can like easily take you in, and there is a like quickest way for onboarding a person, right? Fourth thing, and most important, when you're working on your portfolio, so your blogs, YouTube, Git, etc. So these are the some of the website which backs up you, and maybe someone may be confused if someone is helping you in making these portfolios working together as a team. But certifications is something which you need to do individually, right? So certifications always back up your profile. If you are a UI developer, you should go for UI related certifications. If you are a backend person, you should go for Java, Python, or whatever language you prefer. Each and every technology has their own certifications path. You should go and check on their website. You should opt for that. You should do at least to support your profile. You should do a couple of certifications, and these are like make setting up some credentials for you when you are presenting on your resume. Fourth one, certification, and fifth one is LinkedIn is your power. So there are a lot of websites available, Naukri.com, Monster, and whatnot, right? But LinkedIn is the right network, or maybe the most optimized network where you can connect with a lot of executives. You can connect with a lot of, or you can follow a lot of companies, and you can see like if there are any hiring or any notifications like that. So you can go and check on their website as well. I think LinkedIn helps you a lot because there are a lot of persons like you who are sharing their success stories. So whatever you are listening, Some of the research work is available from LinkedIn or similar sites. So I think you should go and create your profile on LinkedIn and just see if it is like benefiting you. Let me know if you have any feedback on these things like LinkedIn or certifications. If you have any personal experience, I'll be happy to know about that and maybe happy to like talk about it further. Last thing that I want to mention on this topic, on the tips and tricks, as a fresher, no one is expecting you to be a rocket scientist. So recently, I saw one profile where the person has talked about Java, he talked about Python, he talked about Node, he talked about Angular, he talked about React, right? So I cannot expect that a fresher should know all these in detail, right? Maybe you might have good experience and you could like know maybe little about each and every of these technologies. But when I'm or maybe someone like me is looking to hire some candidate, they are focusing and choosing a candidate basis on any particular skill set. So make sure that you're not writing 100 things on your resume. Make sure you write one or two, but you should be a master of that, right? So these are some of the tips and tricks I think I personally experience, and I was thinking to find a platform where I can talk about it. If you have your like friends, or if you have any of your cousins who are like looking for such kind of tips and tricks, just feel free to share it with them. This is gonna be helpful. And here comes the last point where I was mentioning you will not go empty-handed. So if you have a good portfolio, if you have certifications supporting your profile, do share with me. And I have some of the agencies. I know some of the agencies who are looking for resources or the profiles like yours. Maybe I think that can be, and I don't want anything out of it. It's more like helping you, and it's more like directing you between like who's needing it and then who's demanding it. So that's it. With here, I'm believing I made some good content on tips and tricks for this. Let me know your thought process. Do like, comment, and share this with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you, and let me know if there are any things which you think I should talk about. Whether I should talk about like what companies are demanding in terms of technologies, what companies are demanding in terms of roles and profiles, what is machine learning, data science, and web development or the mobile app development requirement in all these companies. So let me know your thoughts. I'll definitely try to make a video on that.